Hello. This is a short video to showcase one of the demo business use cases we have implemented using the VMware-powered AI Foundation environment, as well as Open WebUI inside this. And so here you can see this window is showing the Open WebUI actual chat interface. And this is running in the backend on the Kubernetes cluster that was provisioned for us from VMware. And this cluster runs not only Open WebUI and any other kind of applications or frameworks that we would like to use, but also runs any of the model deployments that we are using here. And so as you can see here, when we're listing the services from this Kubernetes cluster, you can see Open WebUI as well as some of the other models and things we're working with. This service right here, DKube NIM LLM, this is the actual LLM model that we launched from the Harbor registry that was provided for us. So this is a NIM Llama 3.1 model, and I can show you here. This is specifically where the model was pulled from. So in Harbor, in this Private AI Foundation NIM folder, this model right here, Llama-3.1-8B Instruct, this is the one we're using. And so you can see here, if I go to the admin panel here in Open WebUI, if I go to this model right here, I changed the name here because what I also did is this Llama 3.1 that we previously deployed, I attached it to this knowledge base called legal contracts, which I will show in a second. I also added a system prompt, answer the following query, and provide the relevant context that supports the answer. Do not speculate on the answer. If it cannot be found, just say, I don't know. That way, we don't want it to hallucinate or just kind of come up with some logical answer. We want it to actually perform RAG and get the most reasonable answer from the context. And so the knowledge base that I was referring to, if I go here to workspace and knowledge, this is the collection here, legal contracts, that we're going to be using in this demo example. And as you can see here, it contains a bunch of different files, mainly PDF format. And the idea here is these documents were ingested directly into Open WebUI and stored in the backend database connection that we provisioned. Here, the database we're using is the Postgres database that we were able to provision and configure from the data services manager provided by VMware. And that Postgres database was extended into a vector database, specifically of the PG Vector format. And as you can see here, these documents are ingested and listed here, but here is the backend kind of view of the actual Postgres database. And as you can see here, when we output all of the document chunks, you can see how all these chunks are stored directly in this Postgres database. And so, yeah, finally, I'm going to go back into Open WebUI, and this is the specific model right here that we're using. In this case, the Llama 3.1-8B that we pulled from Harbor and deployed on this Kubernetes cluster, and it's the legal documents kind of knowledge base that's being used here. And so this is a previous chat that I had opened, and you can see here one of the questions that I asked were, show me the exact text from the certification of non-segregated facilities. And so this is a very specific question that I asked for the actual text from a document, not just asking for a definition or something like that. And so you can see here it gave an actual quoted text here. And if I ask another question here, who did Packeteer Inc. get into an agreement with? And you can see here, it actually says it's searching the knowledge base here, and it gave the most reasonable answer that it was able to collect from this ingested data set. According to the context, Packeteer Inc. had an agreement with IDM, a 5% owner of ISSC, and also a non-disclosure agreement with Juniper Networks, Bell Canada. So this is information that would be very specific to the documents here, and that probably wouldn't be easily, I guess, discovered from just the general Llama 3.1 model. So this is just a simple demo to showcase this business use case of legal contracts and legal documents and performing RAG on them through OpenWebUI. Thank you.